It's too soft for me, man.
It is.
It's too soft.
It is because I said this earlier today. That's why it's interesting you say I backslid. I said this today. Nobody should affect you or what you do. Nobody. I don't care what nobody says. But that's why I've never been fooled either. To make somebody fool or try to trick me to tell me you like me, it's irrelevant. So what Phil Jackson says about LeBron is totally irrelevant. But me being a book writer, you being a writer yourself, when somebody takes language and take the word posse, I keep telling that sometimes we put so much emphasis on this word posse. I've used posse too many times. But it's what he put behind posse, describing LeBron and his teammates and his crew. And yeah.
This is in the 2004 book.
2004 book.
Where he described guys that go get your car clean, guys that go get your girls, things like that. I'm going to defend Phil in this instance. In 2004, yeah. Maybe that's what they were doing.
Really?
Maybe.
Wow.
And I'm not. So he wouldn't be the first guy to have a posse that did that.
So in 2004, you would have used the same language if you would have saw Steve Kerr with about 4 of his guys?
Maybe I would have. Yeah.
Tom Brady with 4 of his guys?
100%. Have you seen this? You saw the HBO show Entourage? That was about a posse that was Vinny Chase's flunkies that eventually evolved into something more. No different than LeBron's guys evolving into something more.
Everybody evolves into something more. But is that the only way you... When I wrote my book, it was something very interesting. My writer kept asking me, are you sure you want to write this in your book? So when Phil wrote that
Phil
book...
said exactly what he meant.
What my question is, if you said exactly what you meant, what is it? Look, I'm with you on if LeBron should let this affect him, absolutely not. And I don't think he did. I just think he addressed it.
I wouldn't even have addressed it. He's too accomplished.
Well, I mean, he was asked the question now.
You don't, and again, you can sidestep. Man, I ain't got time for that. Do you understand? I'm a 3-time champion, 4-time MVP. I started this business. We're making movies. We're making TV shows. I ain't got time for Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson needs to worry about his 4-6 sorry-ass basketball team and not these billions of dollars I'm over here making. End of story. We the best. That's what I would have been talking about. And Ray, is just like I told you, and I'm taking you to church today. Normally, Ray takes me to church. But look, my father, on his job in the 1960s, he works at Chrysler. He's reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. His white supervisor questions him. One of his black coworkers, you like Malcolm X? My father quit, started his own business in the hood, built him a house in the hood, and never looked back. He didn't go whining and crying nowhere. He fixed the problem and got things the way he wanted. LeBron and his crew got that same power, and that's what they need to do instead of whining and crying. Hey, got posse and the code language and all that. It's too soft for me, Ray. The world is too hard for these guys to be walking around acting this soft.
Wow. I like it. I mean, I can't go against you. I just, like I said, I love for people to, don't ever sugarcoat. I told you my grandfather told me this years ago. All you gotta do is listen to somebody. That's why I love listening more than I talk. Because if you listen, they'll tell you exactly what you need to know.
And they'll tell you exactly who they are. That's one of my number one sayings.